You're knocking Boris, you're knocking the Conservatives.
No, I'm not, mate. No, you've completely misunderstood. I love this announcement. I think it's great news.
It's at fault.
Pardon?
If the left wasn't so poor, if the Labour Party wasn't so poor, such a terrible
I completely agree with you.
They're not offering anything for people to vote to. They turn up at a rally, sing his name, and now they're going to vote for the same again.
I agree, but let's just. But I agree.
It's demented.
No, I know, but you said I'm knocking the Conservative Party. I'm not. I love this. This is brilliant. This is a really liberal immigration policy that lots of people thought wouldn't happen under Boris Johnson. Now, how do those people feel about being betrayed by him again? That's what I'm trying to get to the heart of, Gary.
Well, yeah, but we don't care. That's what I mean. He could do what he likes, because at the end of the day, you could have another vote next week. You could have an election every week. And until the Labour Party offers an alternative, he could do as he pleases. He's sitting there rubbing his hands. He's loving it.
Well, I agree. I completely agree with you. But are you describing yourself now as someone who doesn't care about facts or actual promises?
It's so bad.
So Boris Johnson lies to you, and you say, I've been persuaded.
Not persuaded. There's no persuasion.
Of course there's persuasion. You'd never heard of Jeremy Corbyn until someone told you about him.
I'll vote for it.
No,
in a heartbeat.
Gary,
in a heartbeat.
Listen, mate, I don't think we're arguing with each other. You will vote for Boris Johnson regardless of what he does, what he says, or what he stands for, because Jeremy Corbyn is such a wrong-un.
Not just Corbyn, the whole
Labour Party, they're all scumbags. Exactly.
They're not scumbags.
All right, sorry, mate.
600,000 members, they've got a huge membership, but they seem to feel like they are representative of the 60 million people in this country, and they're not. There's 600,000 people who have very strong views, who believe in that.
But you realise what you've done?
Dogma, and they're going to vote for another.
Well, they're probably not. But we're not here to talk about them. We're not here to talk about the Labour Party. We're here to talk about why you like being lied to, particularly about immigration.
It's not that we'll suffer. The people will suffer Johnson because the alternative is so poor.
Yes. Says who?
I'm not a die-hard Conservative. I'll vote.
Well, I'm not a die-hard Labour supporter under the current regime, but I would ask you which policy were you most perturbed by?
None of it really bothers me.
No, but the policy that leads you to conclude... No, you've got to give me one. Sorry, mate, I'm going to labour this point, if you pardon the pun.
Go on.
Because here you are on national radio explaining how you like being lied to by Boris Johnson because the alternative is so awful.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. So what policy was it? What policy was it? And do you know what? Just because I'm feeling friendly, you can include Ed Miliband in this. So what policy was it at any of the last three... No, just wait a minute. Seriously, there's a punchline coming.
Please.
What policy was it? I know. Just wait a second, Gary. I need to get this out. The last three general elections, what Labour policy was it that perturbed you so much you decided you'd rather be lied to by Boris Johnson?
It's not even policy.
No, but I do just want one. I just want one.
They're going to buy back the water, the gas, the railway, the post office.
And why do you not like that then?
It cost because we couldn't run it. They couldn't run it when they had it. So why do they think they're going to buy it back and do a better job now? It's mental.
Haven't they just
all my billions? Don't take all my money and waste it. Find something that we used to own and couldn't run.
Aren't they talking about taking the railways back into national ownership under Grant Shapps and was it the East Coast? That's already happened, hasn't it? Have they not announced?
James, I'm a heating engineer, mate. I can't keep track of everything.
But you've got very strong views on why you like being lied to. But the Conservatives have already... I think they'll probably flog it off to, and give a bunch of money to an organisation run by someone like Richard Branson or something like that. I understand why you prefer that, but the idea that nationalisation...
That's the trouble. That's how bad
Gary,
it is.
just mate, pause a minute.
The voters will suffer that.
Yeah, but all you've got is that, is it?
It's the alternative.
Yeah, okay, mate.
That's it. It's not that.
No, that's fine.
To themselves.
I'm not arguing with you.
Us with no alternative.
I get it.
That's awful.
And how are they going to feel? Do you think the people you describe when they realise they've been lied to, they're going to feel fine? I couldn't agree with you more.
No, we're going to feel a bit sick, but the alternative is a Labour Party.
The alternative is a Labour Party which, apart from some broad tabloid diluted description of a nationalisation programme, you haven't got a Scooby-Doo whether they're coming or going. And do you know what happens now, Gary?
No, their personality.
I know it's all about their personality, but they're not scumbags.
As the leader.
No,
they turned him over.
Yeah, okay.
Stabbed him in the back.
Gary! If David Miliband had been leader, mate, you'd have been persuaded that he was a scumbag as well. It's what they do.
I would have voted for him.
Of course you would.
Voted for him.
Yeah, all right.
And if you go back, what was his name? The fellow who died. He was awesome. He was the last decent Labour leader.
Okay, mate.
John Smith.
Yeah, was it? Where did he stand on nationalisation?
Look, as a personality, as a credible leader of this country.
Just have a great day. We're actually on the same team. What happens now is I get bombarded with abuse from Corbyn fans saying it's my fault that people like Gary ended up believing that Corbyn was a wrong one. I think Corbyn was a disaster for this country and for the Labour movement, not least because he's ushered Boris Johnson and Brexit onto the stage in a way that they would not have been enjoying if it wasn't for his absolute inadequacy. But there it is. So here is Boris Johnson courting racist votes by pretending he was going to be, quote, tougher on immigration, revealing already, it's not even February, that £30,000 stuff now. You can't believe you fell for that. We're not doing that. So I'm delighted. Sort of. Delighted, tempered with disgusted. If you fell for this, why aren't you cross?